Riley, we just heard Patty talk about how you wound up here, that you didn't believe that she was who she said she was on the phone. Who did you think it was, and what was that conversation like, and what was going on in your mind?
Yeah, it was a random Tuesday night at like 9:30, and I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize, so I mean, thank goodness I picked it up, but I heard her speak, and she was like, hello, I'm Patty Gasso, and it was just the absolute last thing I was expecting. But I had a really great conversation with her. We talked a lot about softball and my life outside of softball, which I really appreciated her getting to know me in that aspect. So that was Tuesday night, and I was here on Friday. So it was a very quick turnaround, but really awesome that it all ended up happening that way.
What was it about, I mean, obviously we see the championships and the wins and everything about this program that are attractive, but outside of that, especially with the catching situation, what it is here, what it, going into this season, what made this the right fit for you?
Honestly, it was a conversation with Coach, basically saying she wanted to turn me into the best player that I could possibly be in my last year. And that was, I mean, what a way to go out with this team, but knowing that she was invested in me as a player like that, and even off the field, a lot of the stuff off the field that she does for us is very appealing as a young woman going into the real world next year. So, yeah, just like her confidence in saying, like, I want you to go all out when you get here and have no regrets about your career and, do the best you can and be the best player you can be.
Yeah.
Bob?
Riley, then let's go to the first weekend. Number gets called. What's kind of going through your head? Just kind of take us through what that first experience was like for you.
Yeah, I had known there was a possibility of them pinch hitting for Boone just because with a runner on second, we would probably want like a power hitter to come up. But when JT told me to get my helmet, I probably started hyperventilating a little bit, and I think Coach has said that. So we had a little meeting right before where I could kind of do some breathing and get my heart rate to slow down a little bit. But honestly, going into the box, it was more of like, I have nothing to lose. Like, I'm going to go up there and take hacks. And I think especially after my second pitch where I fell off, I felt like I was seeing the ball well, and I was just going all out, So that was my thought process.
And how different was that feeling compared to what you had last weekend?
Not much different. I think when I saw that, I was getting more opportunities to hit, I just wanted to keep that same mindset of I want to hit the ball hard and do my best, and that's my role here. So just sticking with that and having my plan and sticking to it, that was it.
Eric?
Kirsten, can you talk a little bit about your two weekends? We talked a little bit about Patty. Can you talk about the first weekend compared to the second weekend?
Yeah, definitely a big shift with my mental game for sure. Just understanding we have an amazing offense here and an amazing defense behind me, that I was able to come out last weekend and just throw very free and just own the moments. And we've been talking a lot about that as a pitching staff with Coach Rocha, just going out there and owning your moments there and just knowing that you can pitch free and have an amazing defense behind you.
The six pitchers, Coach Gasso alluded, really feels good about the pitching staff. Can you talk about just how diverse you guys are with all the left-handers, the right-handers, how you guys can really tackle situations if needed?
Yeah, it's just amazing to have this depth in our staff and just the amount of veterans that we have on our staff. It's so great as being an underclassman to learn from those pitchers, and having Nicole and Carly Keeney and Kelly all beside us. It's been really great to be able to learn from this.
Thanks.
Chad?
You had big moments at the end of last year. How do you think that propelled you into the off season, and now that you're able to kind of settle back down, what are kind of your biggest areas that you're hoping to show that you've made the biggest leaps from year one to year two?
Yeah, just the amount of growth of learning the mental side of the game, coming out here, obviously being on a big stage like this, just kind of own your moment, and definitely coming out of last year, I gained a lot of confidence. So that's a big thing that I've been working with right now.
And then this weekend is just a showcase. What did you take away from the atmosphere at Mariner last year, and how you're working through with all the new faces of, hey, this is what to expect, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it definitely gives you a little bit of taste of what the World Series is like, for sure, just the amount of people that are surrounding the games and stuff. But you really learn how to control the game with your teammates and everyone and slow the game down when you're in a type of environment like that. So I'm excited to see what it looks like this year.
Eli?
Riley, obviously you came here knowing that Kinsey would be back. How much did that situation at catcher factor into your decision making, and now getting to work with her and play alongside her, how has that impacted your game, altered your game?
Right. Like Coach said, I came here wanting to just get better, especially this being my last year, and I have so much appreciated learning from Kinsey. Seriously, I think every day I learned something from her about the game, about how to handle the type of environment that we play in, something that I did not come in here being used to. Hitting-wise, everything, I have truly appreciated her stepping up and playing a role in helping me kind of get to this level to, I don't know, get used to it, I guess. Yeah.
Anything more? Haywood?
Yeah, for each of y'all, I guess, Kirsten, starting with you, because you played here last year, what are you most looking forward to about the new place and moving to Loves Field that's different from this one?
Yeah, I'm super excited just to be able to take what the alumni and everyone that's came before us in Marita Hines and get to carry that over to Loves Field and be able to start the future there, for sure. I'm super excited to see what these underclassmen have to bring and see the future of Oklahoma softball.
And Riley, what about you?
Yeah, it's just such a cool experience, and I'm so grateful I get to be a part of it for the 1 year that I'm here. It's really cool.
Chairman?
Riley, you talked about JT, kind of talked to you before, but just through the whole time you've been here, what did JT tell you just about like his different ways of just settling down, centering, making sure that you're just focused in on taking hacks as opposed to everything that surrounds big moments, all that stuff?
Yeah, I think a lot of what we do in practice builds up the confidence for us to be able to go into games and know that I've been in this spot before, we've practiced this, talking about game plans, being ready, knowing what I'm going to do against the pitchers, and knowing what they're bringing. But yeah, a lot of it, like the breathing stuff, is stuff that I had to learn very quickly, especially with the crowds here, like getting used to that again. But just his hitting philosophy in general, it's been so impactful on my confidence and my like my play. Yeah, it's been a really cool experience learning from him.
Was the fall helpful for crowds and stuff as far as?
Yes, very much so. I think definitely our first game, it might have been sold out. I think there was a lot of people at our first fall ball game. So I actually watched 3 straight pitches down the middle. My first at bat, I think I was like literally frozen solid. But after that, I started to pick up like from my teammates and from Coach JT ways to deal with that, the nerves and everything, and I think I'm good now.